Welcome back to our continuing tennis coverage here. Wimbledon 2017 is around the corner, just about to start. I've got Joao from mgtennistipster.com and Alex from need4tips.com with us. We're going to be giving daily tips there. Really pleased to have them on board with us. Joao was with us every single day of the French Open, and he nailed it. So excited to hear what his tips are. And Alex is very busy over on our sister site, Bookmakers News. It's called Bookmakers Review, but Bookmakers News is the Twitter handle, sorts of in-play bets there. So please bookmark that. Guys, thank you. I'm really pleased to have you both on board.
Hi, Natalie.
Now, listen, day one. I find it the hardest, to be honest with you. Certainly the first week. I like to start my betting in the second week when the players have been whittled down. But there's so many players, so many big favorites. It's really hard. Joao, how did you get on with finding some value plays for day one?
Yeah, it's tough sometimes to make the filter. I like to make it like you have a lot of bets, then you have the ones that you find some value, then trying to find the best of the best. That sometimes is tough, but we're confident that we have some good plays for day one.
Okay, listen, start us off, Joao. Let's start with the women's day one plays. What have you got?
Yeah, the day one, for those who don't know, takes place on Monday. We have there some interesting matches taking place. One of those is the one that involves Victoria Azarenka against Cici Bellis. Cici Bellis is. I believe that Alex has a bet there also.
Exactly. You're very obvious there, Alex. I have to say.
I thought
you're like an open book.
No, but for sure, I thought that we will have at least 1-2 tips who will be exactly the same. But I wrote it also here. I have my writing
so you're not cheating.
Yeah.
All right, go on, Joao. What's your first play?
As I was mentioning, Cici Bellis is a very promising young player, only 18, and she's already in the top 40 and made a good campaign recently in Mallorca. However, Azarenka is always a very tough opponent. Although she's only making her second tournament since the return to competition, she didn't play bad in Mallorca. The result against Conju is not a very true one. She lost in 2 easy sets. But if you look closely at that match, they played 16 games and 7 of those went to deuce. Azarenka lost all those 7 matches. Was just one of all those 7 games. Sorry, was just one of those matches where she couldn't find the way on the important moments. But she didn't play bad. With just also that Conju's firepower was just working that day. But although Bellis is a very promising player, her service is quite weak, and she doesn't have many experience on the big tournaments. And I think that Azarenka's current price is a very interesting one. The player from Belarus is available at 1.94 on Pinnacle. Is a pretty decent price, and I think that's the best play for this match.
Okay, Alex, I'm going to just jump over to you. I believe you have a bet for this match as well.
Yeah, I have exactly the same bet. Bellis she has a second serve really weak. Victoria Azarenka, we know how good she is. She's coming from pregnancy, but she's an athlete. She's at not at the highest level, but I love when she's playing. In 6 months from now, we will see her again in top 20, and in 1 year for sure in top 10. Azarenka is a huge player. She was missed till now from the big tournaments. I think that it's time for her to start with the right foot, on the right foot, Wimbledon, and I think that the draw is really good for her. Even though she doesn't have a really easy match in the first round, I think that she can make it 1.94. I don't understand these odds, but let's take them because maybe the bookies are offering us some gift from 1st of July, for 1st of July.
I don't know. But listen, I tell you what, very interesting that both of you have honed in on the same bet as the first bet. Pretty incredible. Also, to our viewers, we put the bet in the comment section below there. So if you've missed coming in late to the video or whatever, they'll be in the comment section. And we also keep track of them as well as the tournament progresses. Joao, second bet, women's value plays.
The second one was a tough one to decide, but we'll go with Dominika Cibulkova to beat Andrea Petkovic. Although Petkovic is a great fighter, always a tough opponent to beat. She's far from her best, currently outside the top 80. She decided to play some ETF tournaments on the grass court season, since she wasn't able to win any match on the WTA tour. And although Cibulkova lost the 3 matches that she played on grass so far, she didn't play bad. Those defeats were in very close matches, and Cibulkova is also a player that I rate as the one who raises the level on the big moments. She made it into the quarterfinals last year in Wimbledon. She has the firepower. Petkovic has a 4-1 lead on the head-to-head. That's important. But those matches took place in a moment where Petkovic was a top 20, top 15 player, was a different player that she is today. And I think that when looking at both players' game styles, the firepower and the ability to make the difference is without any doubt on Cibulkova's racket, and that might be the decisive factor. So 1.61 for Cibulkova to win is a good price to take here.
Okay, so Pajira to win, and Alex, do you have a second bet for the women's plays, or do you just have the one?
Yes, no, I have also another one. Camila Giorgi to beat Alizé Cornet. Alizé Cornet is a player that she likes to play on clay, with very good performances this year on clay. Giorgi did a really good tournament in Birmingham on grass, beating Svitolina, also losing against Barty, but she retired against Barty. I think that she's 100% ready for Wimbledon, and I think that 1.62 for Giorgi to beat Cornet are beautiful odds. I was thinking also about Svitolina, but when I found out that she's slightly injured, I passed the odd of 2.2 right now.
Okay, yeah, also good to check injuries. Anybody got anything to say about the second bet that either one gave?
No, I don't.
Do you
I
like
like Giorgi. I like Giorgi on grass. I'm not sure if she's the player to take on as favorite, because she's very unpredictable. I think that in a good day she can defeat almost anyone, and she can defeat Kokme. Although Kokme is a player also that usually raises her level on the big stages. If I'm not mistaken, she already defeated Serena Williams in Wimbledon a few years ago. She's always a tough opponent. I don't like to go against her, but I think that if Giorgi plays at her best, she'll win the match.
Okay, day two, men's day one, obviously taking place on Monday. We'll start with you, Alex.
Yeah, first one, Dominic Thiem minus 3.5 games versus Vasek Pospisil at an odd of 1.85. Dominic Thiem, he arrived at a level that he should go far in every tournament, and in the majors like Wimbledon, like French Open, like US Open, he should go at least in the quarterfinals. First match, not an easy opponent, Vasek Pospisil, really good server, but I think that Dominic Thiem is really talented, and he can start on the right foot Wimbledon, and minus 3.5 games for him right now at 1.85. I think that he can cover that easily.
Okay, so that's your first bet. Joao, what's your first bet, men's singles?
Just one thing. I think that Thiem's match is going to be played on Tuesday, on day 2.
No, I saw it on odds checkers playing on Monday, but sorry.
I think we'll be no problem. I also have a bet on that, but I'll say it on day 2. That's because I'm saying that because I checked that match. I have a bet on it.
Okay, so it's either day 1 or day 2. You'll save it for the day 2 video. That's interesting, but it's the same bet. I love it. It makes me feel really, when you both have got the same bet, it makes me feel really confident about it, I have to say. So what's your day 1 bet there, Joao?
The match that involves Stan Wawrinka and Daniil Medvedev. For those who have been following our videos throughout the last couple of years, you know that Wawrinka is a player that I always like to bet on the Grand Slam events. He's a big match player. I've said that, I don't know, maybe 100 times already. When he plays on the Grand Slams, everything changes for him. A great attitude, and although grass is not his favorite surface, he improved a lot in recent years, can play very well on this surface. I think that he can make it into the final round of this tournament. And although Medvedev is a promising young player, This is only the third time that he's going to play on a Grand Slam event. In the previous two, he lost in the opening rounds. It's not easy for him to play at a consistent level, and I think that Wawrinka will be too strong at the end. And minus 1.5 sets handicap, a line that is covered if Wawrinka wins in 3 or 4 sets at 1.65 at SBO bet is the best line in my opinion for this match.
Okay, and Alex, second bet there, day one men's singles.
I hope that this is from day one, but like that I saw on checker. And also on Wimbledon. Say if it is Karen Khachanov is on day one.
He's on the top half of the draw. The top half of the draw on the men's plays on day one, and the bottom half of the women's plays on day one, and then they change it.
So it's correct, right? It's correct, right? He will play Monday.
Let me just check the draw. I just only have here the women's. But continue.
Okay.
I'll let you know after.
Karen Khachanov with Andrei Kuznetsov. Karen Khachanov, really good youngster. Something reminds me of Nick Kyrgios a couple of years ago when he started to go at his highest level. Karen Khachanov -3 on the Asian handicap versus Andrei Kuznetsov at a nod of 1.82.
All right.
It's on day one.
Day one.
Yeah.
Yes.
And okay, Joao, your second play for day one.
This was also a tough one to choose. We're going with on the match between Donald Thiem and Denis Istomin. When looking at the money line, Istomin is around 2.75. I think that the value is on his side. He's a player who usually does well also on Grand Slam events. We saw that at the Australian Open where he defeated Novak Djokovic, and he can play well at the best of 5 sets. Donald Young's record in Wimbledon is quite poor, only 1 win and 9 defeats. But Young is the player who has been in greater form in recent weeks, and that's the main reason why he's the big favorite to win this match. I think that Young can get the job done, but this should be a very close contest, and we have the over 39 games at 1.88 on Pinnacle. I think that this match might be only decided in the 5th set, but even in 4, because this is played on grass. These two should play at least one tiebreak, and in 4 sets should be enough to cover this over. But I think that this might be a 5 sets contest, so this over is the best approach for this match.
All right, so there's the 4 plays locked and loaded, 2 for the men's singles, 2 for women's. Day one, possibly one of those ones being a day 2 play. We're going to head over now to day 2 plays, and like I said, the bets will be put in the comment section, so look out for those when we finish recording. Guys, best of luck. Those are the first plays in, and I'll see you on the day 2 video.